Taking the stairs. Behind the corner, you don't just have eyes in the back of your head. You have the eyes everywhere as you're heading up there. When you get out of the doorway, doorways are bad.
Fatal funnel.
Fatal funnel, yeah.
I'd take that shot 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, you gotta go for it.
Exactly. Just know your holds. It's all about knowing your holds.
If you know yourself and your weapon, yeah, you can do that shot.
We would also train that drill too. You'd put a target and then you'd staple another target over it, and then we would turn around, engage 2 rounds, bang bang, and as fast as possible without hitting the target in front of it. So we would train that. Friendly. Very we would say eagle.
Eagle, that's right. Eagle's coming in. Yep.
Eagle's coming in. Eagle.
They got a minigun, or a series of miniguns on there.
30mm cannons,
cannons, yeah.
Those things literally rain hell. I'm so happy they exist.
I'm glad that we have them.
I'm glad they're on our side.
I don't know if I'd be in the prone position for this long. They've got all the exits and entrances covered, but there's a lot of red zones. There's a lot of blind spots. You got windows in there, and it's not just doors and stuff. You could be vulnerable. If you got to get up and move.
It just takes one frag.
Right.
Or RPG to wall breach.
Right.
Essentially, they don't have to use the doors. That's where these games kind of get like iffy. In real life, we get creative. We make our own entrances. I'm not gonna commit to that room. I don't have to go in there if I don't need to. I have assets, I have weapons that I'm gonna use to make entry as safe as possible for my squad. Yeah, kill radius of a frag grenade, 5 meters.
That's right.
And then up to 15 meters that shrapnel can go and harm people. Frag grenade range, like an average person can throw a frag grenade up to 35 meters. So that was kind of the premise of like how we divvied out like spacing. If a frag grenade goes off between me and you, it's not gonna take both of us out. It should just take you or me out. So the method of low crawl he's actually using isn't that realistic. Most of the time, you would not be able to hold like that. Your elbows would get thrashed.
Right.
A good method of using it is kind of tucking it on top almost. Like that. Because a lot of times if you're crawling in a sniper team, you have something called a drag bag, which is gonna have your rifle in it. It's gonna have all your spotting equipment, whatever, especially if you're all gillied up. You could hook it to your boot, you could hook it to your belt, and as you're crawling through the grass, it would just drag behind you. That way you wouldn't have to really worry about like the gun being exposed or anything.
Collapsible ladder, yeah, something that you would definitely probably use if you know.
We definitely do use it. Typically, you bring a couple ladders on you on an objective just so you can look over walls and find entrances such as what they're doing right now. And it looks like they're doing a silent clear, so they don't want to be blowing the doors off this place, letting everybody know they're there. So it needs to be very slow, methodic, and they're trying to use stealth as their security.
Good count, good communication between teammates. You'll have a series of hand signals that will be practiced in your SOP, so you can communicate with each other on the fly, very quickly, very simply.
Once you work with your team enough and you develop those SOPs, they just become nature and you just do them.
Yep.
Like, especially, nobody needs to say a word. You just know. Once you see that hand and arm signal, it's just game on.
Boonie cap in the middle of the desert, good for shade, but my sergeant major wouldn't let us wear them.
Oh, no.
Like, you only wear a boonie cap in the jungle.
It's actually kind of cool because they established a foothold in this building now, and those guys are starting to move up, so you're essentially leapfrogging through this objective. They're maneuvering because they have an element that's providing cover and fire, and an element that's pushing up, and then they're gonna set and do the same thing for them. So that's actually very surprising that they did that.
It's pretty good teamwork. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys are former military that just want to have that experience.
Exactly. Let's go, baby.
Ah, they've melded into each other.
Oh yeah, I got the saw. Let's go, 175, Specialist Dante Adams. That's actually very accurate because typically your most senior private or your tab who just freshly returned from Ranger School is going to operate that squad automatic weapon. And then in hopes, he's gonna take a gun team.
Yeah.
And then after gun team, he's gonna take a fire team. Oh, zip zap Rooney, dude.
We never had anything like any kind of incapacitate. I mean, there's a taser, obviously. That's the basic concept, but nothing that you would throw and then like an electricity bomb or something like that.
No electricity, really. It's just a lot of lead.
It's too chaotic, you know. It's too,
You can't control that.
Yeah,
We're not Thor.
Yeah.